We've all been there, right? You start a new habit, you're full of energy, you're all in, and then a few weeks later, it just kind of fizzles out. It's so frustrating. We're always told, you just need more discipline, more willpower. But what if that's completely wrong? What if the real secret to making a change stick has nothing to do with what you do and everything to do with who you are?
It's the age-old question, isn't it? Why is it so incredibly hard to stick with the things we know are good for us? We set these goals, go to the gym, eat better, learn a new skill, and for a little while, everything's great. But then, life gets in the way. That initial spark of motivation fades, and before you know it, you're right back at square one, feeling like you failed again.
And here's the big idea. The reason our habits don't stick isn't because we're lazy or undisciplined. It's because we've been tackling the problem from the completely wrong angle. We try to force change from the outside in, but real, permanent change, that always happens from the inside out.
And that leads us right into something I like to call the discipline trap. It's the way most of us try to build habits, and honestly, it's a system that's almost designed to fail. I bet this sounds familiar, right? We get obsessed with the big outcome, losing 20 pounds, running that marathon. We ride this initial wave of motivation, but motivation is just a feeling, and feelings, they come and go. We act like willpower is this infinite battery we can just drain, but it gets exhausted. This whole approach of focusing only on the goal, it's just a recipe for burnout.
Okay, so if that's the trap, what's the way out? The answer is to shift our focus away from our goals and towards something so much more powerful, our identity. Look at this, it lays out the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got goals, things like I will run a marathon. It's an event, a finish line. But look at the right, that's an identity. I am a runner. Can you feel the difference in that? One is about a thing you might do in the future. The other is about who you are, right now. I am a writer. I am a healthy person. It's a total shift in how you see yourself.
To put it really simply, goals are about the what, identity is about the who. And when you start focusing on becoming a certain type of person, the behaviors just kind of start to fall into place. It stops feeling like a chore you have to force yourself to do and starts feeling like you're just being you. So, how do we actually make this happen? How do we make that jump? Well, we do it by focusing on one thing, closing what's known as the identity gap.
So what is the identity gap? It's really simple. It's just the distance between the person you want to be and the things you're actually doing every day. If you want to be a healthy person, but your actions are eating junk food and skipping workouts, well, that's a pretty big gap. Your daily actions are fighting against the person you want to become. This is one of those simple ideas that's just so powerful. Your identity isn't something you just pick. It actually grows out of your habits. Think of it like this. Every single action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to be. And trust me, your brain is counting those votes. So this breaks down into a really simple three-step process. First, just decide. Who do you want to be? Get clear on it. I'm a person who exercises. Then, step 2, you have to prove it to yourself with ridiculously small wins. Don't try to go to the gym for an hour. Just put on your workout clothes. That's it. That's a win. Each tiny action casts a vote, giving you evidence that, yeah, you are this new person. You're closing that gap.
Now let's be real for a second. Life happens. Nobody's perfect. You're going to miss a day. So what happens then? Well, this brings us to what might be the most practical tool in this whole system, the never miss twice rule.
And that's it. That's the entire rule. So simple, so easy to remember, but wow, is it effective. This whole thing isn't about being perfect. It's just about getting back on track.
So why does this work so well? Well, the psychology is pretty straightforward. Missing one workout, that's an accident. It's just life. But missing a second one in a row, ooh, that's different. That's the beginning of a new habit, the habit of not working out. The never miss twice rule just stops that destructive pattern before it can even get started. And this is a total game changer because it completely reframes what failure is. So you had a bad day and ordered a pizza? It happens, fine. But tomorrow, you get back to it. The real victory isn't in never messing up. It's in how quickly you recover. It's about refusing to let one slip-up turn into a complete spiral. When you start putting these two ideas together, closing that identity gap, and living by the never miss twice rule, something really incredible starts to shift. You stop chasing goals, and you just start becoming the person you want to be.
I mean, look at this shift in mindset. You go from this constant, draining battle of willpower to just expressing your identity. You're not chasing some finish line way off in the distance anymore. No, you're just living out who you are, day by day, choice by choice.
And that's really the bottom line. It's the one thing to take away from all of this. If you really, truly want to change your behavior for good, you have to start by changing how you see yourself. Once your habits are tied to your identity, they're not things you have to do anymore. They're just a natural reflection of who you are.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Forget about the big, intimidating goals for a second. Instead, just think about the person you want to become. What's one tiny thing you can do, one small vote you can cast right now to start becoming that person? Who will you decide to be today?